Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Monday, September 17. By the end of October, commuters affected by the closure of the 3 Miles Road in St. Andrew will get a new bypass road. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says the 1.4-kilometer 2-lane road will be constructed on Chesterfield Drive off Spanish Town Road in the vicinity of Seaview Gardens. It will merge onto the recently upgraded Marcus Garvey Drive. A contract was signed with China Harbour Engineering Company this morning to build the road at a cost of $1 million with funds from the Major Infrastructure Development Program.
When that road is completed, there would be no need for commuters coming in to Kingston, heading downtown, to be diverted through, for example, my constituency. Now they can turn onto Chesterfield, which would be the road right beside DNG Red Stripe, which is the road you would normally take into Seaview. But you would go down and then make a left onto the new road running alongside the train line.
Work on the new road will include the installation of a Bailey Bridge and sewerage pipes, sidewalks, a bus bay, drains, and temporary traffic signals. Prime Minister Holness says the road, which is to run along a train line between Caymanas and the Kingston wharves, will complement plans for the easy movement of goods from the wharf to the Caymanas Special Economic Zone.
Because the intention is to continue that road directly to the southlands of the Caymanas proposed Special Economic Zone.
Mr. Holness also used this morning's press conference to make a public apology to those inconvenienced by the ongoing roadworks across the corporate area.
I want the Jamaican people to know that your government is listening, your government cares, and your government will do what is necessary to ensure that while we are progressing, we are not hurting in the interim. So pardon our progress, but please remember your government cares and is working in your behalf.
The importation, manufacturing, distribution, and usage of single-use plastic carrier bags, plastic straws, and styrofoam containers will be banned starting January 1, 2019. Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, Darrell Vaz, made the announcement this morning. The ban will not apply to bags over the 24 by 24-inch dimension or those used to maintain public health and food standards. The National Environment and Planning Agency, NEPA, will also consider exemptions for manufacturers on a case-by-case basis up to January 1, 2021. In the meantime, Minister Vaz says the Development Bank of Jamaica and the Exim Bank will create mechanisms for manufacturers to retool and configure their businesses to meet the new standards. Consultations on the proposed implementation of a national deposit refund scheme for PET bottles is far advanced, with an announcement to be made by the end of October. And a comprehensive public education campaign, complete with a hotline, is to be launched to bolster the National Deposit Refund Scheme.
Local manufacturers and distributors are encouraged to make available environmentally friendly goods for the domestic market. Similarly, I urge consumers to be mindful of their level of consumption of goods which have a negative impact on our environment and seek to purchase those goods which are beneficial to the environment and, by extension, the health and well-being of both yourself and your families.
A 24-hour mental health or suicide helpline will be established by the Ministry of Health. The ministry is partnering with the non-governmental organization Choose Life International, CLI, to set up and manage the toll-free helpline 1-888-NEW-LIFE or 1-888-639-5433. Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton provided details at a CLI World Suicide Prevention Day seminar on Friday. He said the new helpline would consolidate and replace several lines in the Ministry of Health, as well as a similar service offered by Choose Life International.
We want to formalize that relationship and establish this line. And the idea is to stabilize those who are so vulnerable in the immediacy of the situation, but then use the public health system with all the critical technocrats and infrastructure to do a lot of the follow-up post-stabilization.
According to the 2016-2017 Jamaica Health and Lifestyle Survey, depression is one of the main predisposition factors to suicide. The survey suggested that the national estimate of the prevalence of depression was 14.3%. Meanwhile, there are 20,000 patients on register in the adult mental health clinics and 3,500 in child guidance clinics. To address these realities, Dr. Tufton says his ministry is engaged in several initiatives to address the issue of suicide. These include plans to launch a national campaign in the coming months to educate and inform the public around issues of mental health. The Jamaica Constabulary Force, JCF, will be engaging approximately 150 primary, secondary, and private schools on the signs of gang involvement, how to treat with such issues, and diversion strategies. The sessions will be held on September 18, targeting students, parents, and school administrators, and are part of the JCF's Antigang Week campaign. The week is being observed from September 16 to 21 under the theme Gang Life Equals No Life.
I think the objective of this week is not just for PR purposes, but to awaken the consciousness of people, to say that you need to get involved. Our youth, our young people are exposed. And if we want a better Jamaica, everyone must get involved.
The sessions will take place in collaboration with the Ministry of Education's Safe School program.
We have already trained our deans of discipline in all our high schools and several other administrators in safety and security, and many of our schools. In some cases, we have over 90% of our schools with compliance in establishing safety and security committees.
Assistant Superintendent of Police Minto and before him SSP Bailey were addressing a JIS think tank recently. Anti-Gang Week will also engage wards of the state in juvenile correction centers on Wednesday. Other activities include a public meeting in Mandela Park on Thursday, as well as a cultural entertainment session on Friday at the Halfway Tree Transport Center. And finally, the country will continue to experience rainfall into Tuesday as Tropical Storm Isaac passes south of the island. According to the Meteorological Service of Jamaica, Isaac will continue to produce periods of showers and thunderstorms across most parishes. Gusty winds are also expected along coastal areas, prompting the Met Office to issue a small craft warning for inshore and offshore areas of the north and south coasts. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.